Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to Stars Align Universe. Today's podcast episode is going to be specifically an Aries reading, and I'm doing this reading specifically for the podcast episode because of the Aries moon that was the full moon in Aries. So I want to do a reading for the Aries. So every time that there is a sign placement in a moon, there will be a reading for that sign specifically. All right, so with that being said, please remember that this reading is for entertainment purposes only. It may or may not resonate. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for another person to claim. With that being said, what kind of information can we find out for Aries? All right, Aries, this could go for now. It's pretty much a timeless concept, whatever it may resonate, whenever it may resonate with you. Okay, so Aries, what is it that Aries needs to know? What does that need to see? What do they need to hear? What is an Aries energy here for Aries? Okay, so Aries, that is in your energy. What is the current conflict that Aries may be facing right now? Okay. What is the negatives affecting the situation for Aries, please? Okay. And what are the positives affecting the situation for Aries, please? What is the neutrals affecting the situation for Aries, please? Okay. And what is Aries' thoughts about the situation, maybe? And what are Aries' feelings about the situation? And what is unknown to Aries in the situation? And then finally, what is the possible solution, outcome, advice for Aries in this situation? So, Aries, for many of you, I see this as a death and rebirth kind of situation for you right now. Many of you may be going through a transformation phase or working on that. With the Page of Swords, I see definitely the willingness to learn new ways of communication, but also learn new things, as well as maybe looking into education. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is an understanding that this is slow moving and it does take time. Okay. So, what is Aries conflict? Aries, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and then the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, your current conflict may be understanding the truth of situations, understanding where maybe mistakes were made on your part. The Hermit in reverse is being able to stand your ground in this conflict. As I see a bit of lack of ability, or sometimes you stand your ground in the wrong departments. And I'm only saying that because of the King of Pentacles in reverse following it. It does show a little bit of instability on where it is sometimes you stand on your grounding. Okay. So, what are the negatives affecting the situation? You have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then the Five of Wands upright. So, it's kind of funny because normally when I read the reversals, I sometimes also lean into that Five of Wands, or, the card number below it is what I mean. Okay. So, it's the Six of Wands in reverse. You have the Five of Wands. The nice thing I see is you have the Five of Wands at the end here. So, I do like that for you, Aries. Okay. So, what this is telling me is the Six of Wands in reverse. Negatively, you may feel a little bit of codependency on people. The Knight of Cups in reverse is you may feel a little bit of lack of communication in love, or misreading other people's love languages, if that makes sense. But the Five of Wands does show a building kind of energy, and that is also like fire sign. So it definitely shows you standing up very strongly in this energy. Okay. And I do like that for you. So what are the positives affecting the situation for you, Aries? You have the Empress in reverse, the Fool card, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So for you, Aries, you may have somebody in your life who's like an empress to you, but you may be feeling a little bit out of balance, or you're not sure where you stand. The positives is the person is still there. However, I do see a little bit of distance with that reversal. The Fool card, though, shows me a leap of faith that will be taken on all sides. And then the Ten of Pentacles, I do see the opportunity to have that kind of like loving family relationship, what you're looking for. Okay. What is the neutrals affecting the situation? You have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and then finally you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the neutrals is understanding that you are the only person holding yourself back. That is something that you do see. Okay. The Nine of Cups in reverse, though, however, is telling you that there's a lot of emotional progress you need to make. And then the Four of Pentacles in reverse is saying that you need to give more into situations, whether it's like some kind of stability, financial, even like emotional support. Okay. What are the thoughts in this connection, or for you, what is your own thoughts? However, this resonates. You've got the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands in reverse, and then the World in reverse. Okay, so what I see here for you, Aries, is you're kind of walking away from what doesn't work for you, and the 9 of Wands is definitely needing to lean on other people a little bit for some support. Is kind of what I'm seeing. um, I also see some of you maybe feeling like my fire is currently like put out, but I can reignite it. Okay. With the World in reverse, I do see some kind of stagnant energy. And in your thoughts, you realize that there is going to be a little bit of stagnancy. Okay. Your feelings, however, is the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Wheel in reverse. So, what this is telling me, Aries, is with the Knight of Swords in reverse, you have a slower moving energy. Okay, so your feelings are a little bit slower moving, slow burning. With the Seven Wands in reverse, you do feel a little bit out of peace, out of place, out of proper prosperity, prosperous, whatever that means to you. um I do see a little bit of lack of like inner peace kind of situation. All right, and then the Wheel in reverse, you're feeling like you're a little bit stuck or stagnant, and you want to see progress with stuff around you. Like, even if you're making progress, you feel like situations around you aren't very progressive, and it might take some time, right? That's something you need to have with your understanding. Okay. It's all right to have your feelings. However, others around you also have their feelings too. Okay. So, what is the unknown for you? This is the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and then the 10 of Cups. Okay. So, this is kind of tricky because you go from the Eight to the Six to the 10. So, your unknown is walking away from emotionals. Okay. Stuff that no longer serves you, leaving stuff behind, people's places, things, whatever ways of living. The Six of Cups is definitely going to be like reminiscing, trying to think of all the good things. Now, remember, with reminiscing on the past, you cannot hyperfixate on that because that could cause more delays. You are not the same person you once were, and neither are other people around you. They may have gotten better in their own eyes, and it's really important for you to understand that. Okay. However, with the 10 of Cups, I do see some very like emotional, loving connection for you once you work on self. Okay. Finally, the advice, outcome, possible solution, whatever you want to call it. You have the King of Swords in reverse. So that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. That is something they are pointing out. You have Libra energy here a little bit too. So you have, it's funny because this is all like air element to me. So you have the King of Swords in reverse. So your outcome is going to be no more like lies and manipulation. There can't be anything like that. There might be aspects where it may feel like that, or other people may feel that about you. Okay. But I do see not to be judgmental about that. You have to take understanding. All right. And sometimes your words may cause a judgment, but do not be too judgmental, and ask people not to be judgmental on you. Okay. And then the Three of Swords, I do see heartbreak, but I don't necessarily see it as full on heartbreak. Okay. For some of you, I see it more as, for some of you, um, healing the heart, but I also see like third party interferences may make you feel some kind of way. It doesn't mean a person. It could be like work. Your partner could be working a lot or trying to build a foundation of something, and that may cause some kind of like mental turmoil with you, like, oh, do they care about me? You need to understand something, Aries, that doesn't mean they don't care about you. If they're working to build a foundation, clearly they're working to build a foundation for you both to have success, right? Just because their success, it doesn't mean it's not somehow collaboration with your success, right? Obviously, I would feel like somebody would encourage you to create your own success in the situation, right? So hopefully that made sense for you. If it did, great. If it didn't, obviously throw it away. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you're here on YouTube. If you're listening to me on any audio, you can check me out at Stars Align Universe. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching or listening wherever you are in the world. And I hope you have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, evening, or afternoon. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. And goodbye.